Alrighty, and oh baby, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo, and I'm here for Hyakano, 100 girlfriends who really love you. And we're about to have a food fight. We're on season 2, episode 2. We started off this season by kind of reintroducing all of our girlfriends in a pretty lovely way, and then introducing a new girlfriend, which we kind of all expected was going to happen. Did not expect her to be who she is, though. She is a tiny, cranky, hungry middle schooler. Very weird on lots of levels, but that's fine. We're in a show where we're just gonna hand wave the weird and move past it because we're here for the juice. We're here for the food fight. All right, so we're here for a food fight festival, which is not a thing that exists as far as I know, and I'm really curious as to what that means because there are two separate sort of phrases or words there that do have meaning, and I don't know how they gel together. One of them is food fight. When you say food fight, I think cafeteria with stuff plastered everywhere and kids chucking things at each other and lunch ladies being pissed about it. Okay, kind of like dodgeball, but with food and no rules. Dope. When I hear food festival, I think big auditorium space with lots of like little stalls and things, or maybe an outdoor space, and lots of people cooking different foods and competing to like make money or have the best food, not to fight with their food. The food fighting and the food festival parts usually don't go together. So how will we? Will we make them go together? How will they? In this weird world that we have, are we going to start taking the piss out of MasterChef? Are we gonna fuck around and make this hilarious? Is this a food fight festival where food fighting is part of the food festival? Or is the fighting just like the festival part? We're just calling it that to be sort of, get the hype going. I don't fucking know. I'm really excited though. I think that there's something that we're gonna land in this episode that I'm very excited for, which is anime characters enjoying food makes us feel really good. I don't know exactly why this is, but something about seeing food in anime, seeing characters experiencing food in anime, and seeing their expressions as they experience it really like echoes into the depths of your, I was going to say soul, but let's say stomach, and bounces around in there and causes something to happen. I don't know why, but something about the medium makes hunger a thing. It's really strange. But also the activity of going and eating food. It's something that I like never see in live action except in the relatively recent emergent form of the mukbang, where you eat food in front of people and people enjoy watching that. It's like, there's something about it in anime. When we watch our characters sit down for a big meal and we pan over it and all the things, the tamagoyaki's glistening and their shrimp and stuff, it's like, wow, it's such a shiny meal. And then they put it in their mouth and go, it's so yummy, and we go, yes, the best food ever. Why does it trick our brains like that? Why does it do that? It's like way better at doing it, to me at least, than the like super high fidelity Carl's Jr. This burger drops from the sky and bounces 7 times and the meat patties are juicy all over. It's like, I don't give a fuck about all that real shit because it's all fake, but that real shit that's in the food photos and videos and stuff, give me animated versions and I'll buy that. 100%. In fact, yeah, I wonder how that would go over if you did a menu with food items and it was all just like really tasty looking drawings. Really tasty looking drawings of all the food. I think that would go great. Can you imagine like oyakodon, but it's just a drawing of what anime oyakodon looks like? Bought, sold, done. I think the only problem is that maybe you'll be like sad when the real thing gets there because it doesn't look like it's in an anime. I don't fucking know. But there are two pieces there. One is the way the food looks in the show, and the other is the way that the characters look when they're eating it. And that's a big element too, and kind of makes me think about Scott McCloud and understanding comics and our ideas around like what makes us project the emotions that are occurring on a page into our heart and like really feel them. It happens throughout our shows, and it happens really effectively in this show around romance, and it happens really effectively in anime around food. So I want to see how that happens, and I'm really excited for it. I'm excited to see this whole big festival thing. There have only been a couple of times. One is the sort of flowers thing at the end of the last season, and then there's the pool And then there's this, where we've really gone outside of the school to some separate event and separate thing and gone and done that. And I think each of those episodes has been really cool because it changes our whole context and lets us introduce like third characters that we don't really care about that much, that aren't going to be recurring or anything, but are just there. Yeah, it's neat. It's neat. I like it. This Sunday we're going to a food fight festival, and somebody's gonna get special Pierre Jalao. meaningless gibberish is what it feels like I just said. I feel like I just said the most absurd gibberish, and that's great. I'm gonna scribble something. I don't know whether it's gonna be anything interesting, but I'm gonna scribble it anyway because that's what I promised earlier, like last week, that I was gonna do. So that's what I'm gonna do. All right. I'm gonna use a reference for this just for fun, because what I want to do is I've got this idea. It's like the most absurd ice cream sundae. Yeah? You feel me? Okay, so this has... I'm going to go in pen because I'm an idiot. Okay, cool. And then this has fudge sauce dripping down it like 100%, right? Fuck, I should have considered this before I started using pen. I wonder if sketchy will work and make it look like it's just kind of lit. But I better be directional with it. Go up and down, up and down, up and down. You know we gotta put, like... I don't know. Like, angle... like a full slice of cheesecake on there. With a toothpick through it, of course. Just like, how the fuck else would it stay on? This is gonna be like a swirl. Obviously, like 3 of these. Oh, some sprinkles. And then more fudge sauce, right? Kind of feel like it's gonna make everything all muddy if I do fudge sauce, though. So I'm gonna do it on like the ice cream. Yeah, that does make it look muddy. I'm glad I didn't do too much. I'm just going to leave it as is and just like, fuck it. It's a giant sundae. I did it. I'm happy. Special Pierre Jalao. I can't get over Pierre Jalao. It's really funny to me. All right. Thanks for bearing with me while I drew a stupid dessert. I am as excited for stupid desserts as our hungry character probably is. Let's go ahead and jump into episode 2 of season 2 of Hyakuno. I think this is going to be really fun. The beginning, I just saw the title, The Beginning and the End Food Fight Festival, makes me really think there's a reference here. The beginning and the end. Because our previous episode was Her Name, right? Which was Kimi no Nawa, but not really. I wonder if we're going to be taking the piss out of something particular. The beginning and the end. Alpha and Omega. Like, what are we doing here? I don't know. Let's go ahead and watch the episode and we'll just find out. Thanks for joining me for another one of these. They're so much fun, and I hope you've been enjoying them as much as I have. I'm going to spiel less about stuff in this one for now and see how it resonates as we get into it. So thanks for joining me. Really glad to be here this morning and excited to jump in. So let's do that. I've got episode 2 of Hyakuno season 2 up and ready to go. It's at 0 seconds. There'll be 2 versions, picture-in-picture in the description, timer on YouTube, early access on the Patreon, and a beep beep timer to count you down. Let's go. Oh. The whole squad is... Oh, shit. Wait, what the fuck? Yeah, why are we Savisu'd? Savisu. Eye on the prize. Oh. Oh, I've got a mouse in my way. Getting ready 2 hours later. So it takes too long to get ready. Vane? I really do wonder what our quiet girl with the plushie's all about. I didn't notice that he's the monkey there. Maybe she's light sensitive. Oh. Oh, we're eating the food. Okay. Ah, so this is a food eating contest. True. Rice is hard to eat. Damn right she is. Huh. Huh. So we'll work together. It's ogre. It's ogre. Choice made. She's crazy. Protect! 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 Robo protect. The power of love of food. Yep, exactly. Huh. Yeah, that's what I mean, it's like hard to just eat rice. I would think you at least want to soak it in a liquid, right? Like make it a porridge, and then you're fucking going. If they got a miso soup and the rice, we're done. Or even tea. Well, tea would blunt your appetite. This is smart. This is cool. His mind is focused. His mind is focused. His stomach is empty. Oh, it's different. I saw that we were switching them out. That's so absurd and cute. That's so absurd. So absurd. Yes. A true monster. Victory! Oh, a qualify. So will there be... Oh, we got beat out. 5 adult women. Oh! That makes sense. Where are the other 5 adult women, though? Oh, are they the squad? I thought they were men. What? Oh. Voice actor is the we got an announcer out of a Gynax show. We got a fucking One Piece character. Ooh. Super filling. Oh yoy. Mm-mm-mm. I don't know, man. We gotta prove ourselves. We gotta prove ourselves. Fucking chunko. Yeah. Oh, fuck. What's on this? Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. We're gonna have to disqualify him or something. The chewy. You gotta just slurp him down. Just like Chonko guy. Does she look fine? Yeah, so what? Oh. Oh, so she has power chewing? But then she'd have to chew the tapioca more, too. Our secret weapon. Oh, certainly. Certainly. Let's go, Nana. That's tough, though. But it's so tasty. Yeah, it's her whole thing. He really is a robot. Let's go, AI. So efficient. So efficient. Let's go, AI. She's not chewing. Why'd she hesitate? Oh. Fuck. Is she burning the calories by running? No, by getting scared. And so I could do it. That's so stupid. I love it. Whoa! Oh, you gotta puke. Oh, God. Aww. Oh, fuck. Please make fun of it. Please make fun of it. Please make fun of it. I have one need. Oh my god. We're not going to. We're not going to. There's no way. Wait, he said no? Chonko guy said no? Fuck. 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 Oh, the burning butt. It's too good. I don't know why I keep laughing at that. He just keeps saying the same shit. Let's go. We gotta manipulate him. No, she got caught in the crossfire. Yeah, but Hahari, don't worry. It all goes where it needs to. I love him. Now we're thinking. Now you're cooking with mass. It's so absurd. She's not a part of it yet. But she will be soon. Uh-huh. Ai no chikara. Geroin. Excellent. Part A was stunning. That was wonderful. Oh, classic, classic. Uh-huh. So how will we involve them to make sure that she kind of becomes part of us? Hold it down. Oh, Bam? Oh, that was just the sound of the bond. Oh? Oh. Mm. He's just one slurping the bowl. Oh. Son of a bitch. Of course. Fucking hell. Gotta disqualify this bullshit. Yeah, all the yennies. So how is she doing it? How is Haraga possibly doing this? You got it, Haraga! Just gotta get until his bullshit's filled up. Aww. They're gonna join. They're gonna rejoin. Squad, back from the dead. Oh, tears in the ramen. That's what family's about. Nakama, comrade. Fucking chipmunk chewing. I don't know. Oh, yeah. That's right, they don't seem meaningless at all. Sometimes it's just the presence that's needed, huh? It's not even the capacity to do something, it's them being there. He's gonna fill up. That's right, motherfucker. Drip, Chonko. Transform. You gonna drink it for real? Yeah. No Chonko. We gotta get it. God damn it. One more bite. 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 The next bite, Dalinar. The next bite. With our support. Is he asking for the last bite? Aww. Yay! Get fucked, Chonko, asshole. What are the chances? But with love, you can swallow anything. Aww. Shit. Alright, so now we get to eat Pierre Gelato. Oh, here he is! What the fuck? What the fuck? Part of us. Part of us. One of us. One of us. Taste all the gelatos. Just pure openness. Welcome to the family. Hum. 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 Is that Fiend? Okay, a little bit at the end. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Oh. I must. I wonder if it's gonna be a kiss, though. Yeah. Well, okay. Broth. Oishi. They're just so fucking cute. Fuck. I think the potent lesson here is that just being there can be enough. That's my takeaway. We're going to talk about it a little bit, but really at the core, that's what it is. It's like, yeah, they show up and they try and they contribute, but they don't. She's right that for the most part, that's not what matters. But the trying does, and the being there definitely matters. No. Teeaboo. Fuck. This was really cute. I know that that's usually the way that these go, and I really liked it, which is also usually the way that these go. But that was really concise. That was so tight. It's like when you go see a band and like everything's on time and they feel like they're synced up and it's all together. That was a really tight episode. You know what I mean? Doesn't feel like there's much that's superfluous here. Even the pieces that are superfluous, that are silly, like the Savisu, add so much silliness to our story and bring the levity in spades so immediately. I really like it. I like the event. I like the way that we set it up. We answer my question about what it actually is. It's an eating competition. Fine, great. It has nothing to do with the cooking and stuff. And it's pure absurdity. It's pure absurdity. I'm so intrigued by the other girlfriends in the OP. I'm assuming that we'll have, like, we've folded Haruga into the squad and now we're going to get a new GF, because that's how we've been kind of doing it, is like every two. So intrigued by the others, but here we go. Only in Japan would you be doing a rice eating competition, and throughout it, let's like not focus in. I don't want to get stuck in the weeds of like going through scene by scene and talking about frame by frame or anything like that for the most part. What is it about the way that we treat each other that makes this whole scene work? Haruga thinks that she can do everything herself. Rentaro wants to be there for her, and so does everybody else. But mostly Rentaro. Everybody else is also supporting the both of them, bringing them the bowls. But they're also kind of falling for Haruga as we go. That's the point of this, is like to have Haruga accept the squad and have the squad accept Haruga. So we're showing her, like, her gumption, her give it your all spirit, and we're showing their willingness to do something that's maybe not their thing exactly, but is still enjoyable for someone else as part of like a team or a family. That's what the episode is really about. It's about teamwork. But it goes even further than that, because this isn't like baseball teamwork where we all have to work together in order to reach the goal. Not really. This is, we're all kind of competing parallel to her to help, but really she's on her own in her own mind. What's really important about us being there is the being there, I think. Like, yes, at the end, it's Rentaro who takes that last bite, and yes, we contribute to the competition during, like, the ramen portion and a couple of others, but for the most part, it's the actual support, not the actual support. Does that make sense? It's the presence, not the doing. This is really interesting to me, because it's something that I struggle to understand. Sometimes my partner just wants me to be there, and I don't get it that much. Like, I'll do it, but I struggle with it because I don't understand it really. Like, somebody being there for me does nothing for me. It doesn't, I don't care. It doesn't, I'd rather, honestly, most of the time, rather be on my own for something stressful. Like, I don't want to go into a doctor's office with somebody else there. I'll manage my own stress. That's how I'd like to do it. My partner is not like that. Quite the reverse. And so I get into this position where I'm like, okay, I'll show up because it's what you need, but I don't fucking understand. I really don't get it. And mostly, I don't get it because I'm not able to contribute something. It's like, if you were like, I need you to be here so that you can drive me there, right? Like, or I need you to be there so that if I fall apart emotionally, you can keep me, like, on track. Or I need you to be there so that, like, because I'm really struggling making food for myself, right? And so I need something, or like I need some help around the house and I don't know how to handle it. Those things make sense to me. They make perfect sense to me. It's like, okay, you need my practical effort, the things that I like see as valuable about myself, right? These are values that equate in my mind and I'm able to contribute them in a meaningful way that makes sense to me. But the more ephemeral things like the presence, support, love part, it's much harder for me to intuit why that's needed. It's part of why I think, as I said in the last episode, it's really important to have media that affirms these things or demonstrates them in different ways, because it can really affect the person watching. It can really alter your perspective on things. And I think this does that a little bit, at least a seed of it, because I know it intellectually, but seeing it play out feels different. It's the being there, really. And the why is it the being there is the wrong question, isn't it? Because that's looking for the logic of it. Like, well, it's you being there because that changes looking for the interpersonal emotions or the neurochemistry or whatever it is. It's like, stop doing that. You've got it wrong. You've got the wrong perspective. I'm talking to myself here. You've got the wrong perspective here. The truth is that people being there for each other is important. However, that ends up being like, we'll probably still be trying to figure out how that works exactly 20 years from now, 40 years from now. But we know it's true. We've known it's been true for thousands of years. So let's not get caught up on the why and just stick with the that it's true. Who cares why? If you care about somebody, show up for them. Like, literally be there if they're struggling. The other stuff, like the things that you can do practically, might emerge out of that and they might not, but that's the thing that matters, huh? Flavored rice is so absurd that I love it. I think it's the dumbest thing in the episode, bar none, including fucking Chonko having a vat inside his stomach and being a robot that he's built to win this competition. I think that's amazing. But this is the most absurd shit. All the rice has different flavors, and it's all so delicious because each of them put it in a bowl. I also noticed that they are not being efficient about this, and some of them are putting way too much rice in there, which is really hamstringing our efforts. Oh, it's so cute. I don't get this moment where it's like, oh no, the feelings were mutual. I thought they said they weren't mutual. I was like, what? Doesn't make sense. Freaky rice lovers. I love that we've got an announcer girl. It's like a trope that I love is sort of like sexy announcer girls. I wish that she was more silly all throughout, actually. Sort of like the Fox in Yu Yu Hakusho or a couple of others. I think that would add even more. But we are short on time. We did cut a section, didn't we? So that's fair. Chanko nom nishiki. Incredible. He's got the TTS voice because he literally does. It's literally like a text-to-speech thing inside. That's so funny. That's deeply clever. Even if it's really silly, I think that the way that we made each of the competitions so different, like one is just mass of rice, and then the chewing of the tapioca balls, and then the speed eating of the sushi. It's like double as inventive as most of these like in-show competitions that happen in one episode. It's not an uncommon trope, not necessarily around food, but for there to be like a competition or a thing, usually it's so fucking boring. There's like nothing interesting going on about the actual competition, except to watch our characters go do a thing, which is fine, and we love doing that, but this is actually fucking interesting. The competition itself has stakes. It would be fun to go and watch one of these for real, or compete in it, or run it as a D&D campaign. It's like, it's neat. And absurd, absolutely silly. That's the way of it. That's the way of the show. We're going to take each of these characters, we're going to ratchet up the silliness as much as we need to make it really hit. We're going to have them put up a brave face and be like, we're totally fine to the gorillas, and they'll be like, we're fucked. We're absolutely fucked. And then head into our 1-to-1, our 1v1 ramen thing and reveal the scheme and the fake and the lie, so that we're really rooting for them because they're also like being straightforward and doing it within the rules and stuff. So why join me? But I said so many mean things to you. But it doesn't matter. And there are a couple moments in this where I don't love the translations. Some of them I love. I love the Chonko translations. I think they're really funny, even if they're not all quite accurate. Yeah, comrade. We translate it as you're a friend who went to battle with us, but I would rather like comrade in arms or something like that, because it tells that story of like, it doesn't fucking matter. We're in this, man. Like, this is what we're doing. It's how it goes. And it's that attitude of like, you don't even have to ask. There's no questioning it. None of us questioned it. We just are going to do it because this is what we're supposed to do. That attitude, I think, is the glue in a relationship too. Like, no matter what's going on, we've chosen to stand in this together, and so we're going to. You made us want to stand by you, so we did. Each of them has their own justifications for it, but as a whole, you've been fighting with us the whole time. That's teamwork, that's love. The old me, yeah. Okay. Teamwork and love are meaningless in an eating contest, right? This is a practical competition about putting food in your stomach. This is not an emotional affair. Like, this is not an emotional circumstance where that shit matters. Those things are meaningless. Emotional support is meaningless when it comes to making money, getting a job, keeping your job, right? Like getting a raise or promotion, real life stuff, finishing your college degree, whatever, right? Across populations, married adults, which we use as a proxy for long-term partnership because it's the best one we have significantly lower rates of depression, higher self-esteem, better life satisfaction, better health behaviors, like they treat themselves better, they go and get medical care more frequently, they die later, they live better for more of that period of time. They have fewer chronic conditions, fewer mental health conditions, more all sorts of things, right? And a lot of those come from shared socioeconomic resources, right? But a lot of them also come from having somebody who's just literally there and on your team. Because it's like the end sequence of the first Guardians of the Galaxy. You're going to have to bear this weight of chaos and death and existence and reality and living and stuff. And having somebody else to hold hands with while you do that shares a little bit of the burden. The flip side is some of their burden is going to be shared with you too, so you have to be willing to take that on and go and like do things and show up and sacrifice the things that you could be doing otherwise. But the science, the statistics are pretty clear that there are significant differences between the kinds of people who have people showing up for them and those who don't. And those differences cascade into all factors of life. So I was talking about like getting a business going or getting a job or making enough money or like running a household or whatever. All of those things, even if they're not being practically contributed to by having somebody else there, I think it's safe to say that you could be better at all of them by having a partner, by having someone there, right? And I'm saying partner because that's sort of the romantic context we're in, and I think that that's true. I think that that's what the statistics play out. But I think it's also true just to have like close friendships, connections, others around you, a team, a family, a squad, right? Those contribute something to your practical pursuits that's not necessarily measurable. But I think it would be if you were to go and pursue those practical things and then and with a group of people around you or a partner with you, and then pursue them without that and see on an A/B test how often you succeed, fail. Across populations, people with partners who are there for them succeed more. Straight up, straightforwardly. So these things are meaningless in a practical way, but are they? But are they? Here in our show, we're like, no, your stomach grows 2 sizes because you're scared or because your friends are there, because you're motivated, right? You overcome a physical limitation because of the desire to keep fighting. And that's really cool. It works really well in narrative. I don't know if that's necessarily the thing, but sometimes it is. Maybe it's something different, but whatever it is, having people there for you makes people better at stuff. So, apply this to self. When someone needs me to show up for them, maybe I need to show up for them even if I don't understand the click-clack of why. Maybe even though it doesn't like resonate with who I am and what I would need in a similar circumstance, maybe I can step outside myself and recognize that doesn't make it unimportant. That those are not meaningless. Fuck you, Chonko. I also think that the animation around Chonko's face when we get all blocky like this is super fun. Super fun. Really absurd. Really cool. Bam! And at the end of everything, one last bite, please. Give it to me. Why? Because I could never throw up anything my girlfriends gave me. Ah! Fuck you, Chonko. I guess everybody has room for gelato, somehow. The point is that we all end up embracing her, right? I'm so sorry. I was so rude. Welcome to the family, dummy. So it goes both ways. They see her doing what she loves and they fall in love with her. And she sees them showing up for her and their care for her. And she falls for them as a family. And of course for him as a tasty broth. Good. It's good. I point. That's good. That thing. That one right there, that's good. This is good. I like it. It's cute. It makes me like it, and like it's cute. And we're gonna get a new girlfriend next episode. I'm positive of it. What do y'all think it's gonna be? You think it's gonna be the Ojo-sama, the baseballer, or the quiet one with the bangs and no eyes? Baseballer. I think it's the baseballer. That's my guess. I don't know. Thanks so much for joining me for another episode of Hyakuno. What a blast. What an absolute silly fest of absurdity. We had our food fight festival and it was everything that I wanted it to be. Not exactly what I expected it to be, but everything that I wanted it to be. And I'm really glad that this show exists. I'm really glad that it exists. It's doing a lot for me. I hope it's doing something for you too. I'll see you next time for more. Much love. Peace.